Can you hear it now? Okay, because my mic wasn't off, so something must have happened. So yeah, I just had to plug it in again. But yeah, thanks for letting me know, because like I said, the mic wasn't off, so... What do you think of Edgeworth's fancy outfit? I like it, but it seems like, yeah, he definitely went just a tad more casual in his later years. I guess he wanted to make a good first impression. You may remember it was in a frame against his wall in later games. Oh, earlier games. Yeah, I think I do remember that. Actually, yeah, I do remember that. And it takes approximately 13 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. Okay, let me look over the evidence again. Died from blood loss between 4 and 5 p.m. Bridge located 40 feet above Eagle River. Confidential police materials written by the victim. Yeah, I already know what. I remember what that said. A photo of the trunk of Fall's car. Offhand, nothing seems unusual except this one thing I've noticed at the top. But given that they're claiming the car was stolen, it's not a surprise, really. And in case you ask, I did already read the victim's note and did notice the something that was unusual in it. Anyway, and let's see, nobody different here. Everyone's still the same here. Okay, and it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kind of close. Any later, and Mr. Falls could have slipped right by. Listen up, kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. A trap? Walk into it carelessly and it'll leave more than just a flesh fun, huh? No, it's not! Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you'd better get some more information. If you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards. The ever-famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those. Okay, so I've gone through all his statements, so let's see. The day of the incident, an unknown person, sergeant, and asked him. On the day of the incident, an unknown person, Well, we already know who that unknown person was now, because Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. And that was where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his trunk and tried to make a getaway. Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange, do you? Who took the picture, though? Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange, do you? You see something strange? Okay. Don't tell me what, because like I said, I noticed one thing, but I thought that was normal considering that he apparently stole the car. So if it's something else, then yeah, don't tell me. Or actually, don't tell me anyway. Let's see. Let me get a look at the picture without the text in the way. Let's see. Crime photo, well, okay, I guess the police took the photo then. Let me go through all this again. Died from blood loss between 4 and 5 p.m. p.m. at that bridge where White... Oh, wait a minute. Where White Scarf for identification? There isn't one. There is no white scarf. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna save just in case, but... I think I see. Witness!
Well, what is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye?
I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like that.
You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Humph. Say there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy?
Candy?
Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee.
Excuse me? Well, okay, I can't see how old she was at this point, but okay, whatever he says. I know. Well, she's old. Sorry, said she's older than Miles, so too young to be drinking real coffee. Sure. Anyway, come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective.
Yes, ma'am?
This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim.
Well, a 4-year degree would put her at 22.
Yeah, so again, how does he think that's too young to be drinking coffee? Oh well, I guess that's just him.
The note?
It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like, thus the special request.
I
have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo.
Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am.
And you stopped there? You should have looked for it!
Ugh!
How old was he at this point? How old was Gumshoe at this point? 26, okay.
The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this?
I see the defenses of the soul lacking. The scarf you are searching so desperately for, is it this one, perchance?
No, how does that look white to anybody?
Fine, I'll play along for now.
Well, where'd you find that, sir?
On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation.
Why? Why didn't you tell me?
I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. Which does bring me back to my earlier question. How the heck does that look like a white scarf? It's the safest place I know.
That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic.
It's not exactly white as the caller requested. Law school on top of a bachelor's degree is about 3 years, but with how this world works it might be 2, so put her at 24. Okay. Yeah, that's about right. Anyway. it's not exactly white as the color requested. Well, good, at least we're addressing that. But as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended. It looks like it's been some time in the mud. Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth, he was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. The court will accept the scarf and evidence. So Edgeworth being a prosecutor at his age is remarkable, yep. And of course, Franziska von Karma became one even younger than him. So we get a lot of prodigies in this franchise, apparently. The court will accept the scarf and evidence. Scarf worn by the victim at the time of the incident, found on Dusky Bridge. Now, if the attorney for the defense has finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is alright with you, isn't it, Miss Fay? Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck. I'm sure a lot of people did. Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on that bridge that day. If Larry enters law school with his diligence, he should be a rookie lawyer at the tender age of 64. Yep. Sounds about right. Hopefully, for our sakes, he just doesn't. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it. Ugh, everything is moving at his whim. Don't forget, kitten, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh? Okay, events on Dusky Bridge. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. Yeah, I'm sure there was. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the victim wearing the scarf, sir. Okay. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off. Looking at this photo, you'll really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. It's about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. Again, I bet I know who it was. Aha! A potential witness. So why is this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Oh, Lord. Yep. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Witness photo seems to have been taken by the witness. So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now. Ah, boy. Huh? Huh? Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. You mean more than I already am? Sure, might as well be. Not again! That's not fair! I haven't even done my cross-examination yet! What do you mean, Yep, I'm starting to miss our usual judge right now. Events on Dusky Bridge. Actually, there's not a witness who was there. Who is this eyewitness?
She's a college student.
A female college student?
That's right. Meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am.
Gee, thanks. I don't think we could have figured that out, Gumshoe.
I have to go back to work. Hopefully the weather will be good when I come back. I want to know your reaction to stuff.
Alright, see you then.
Right now it looks like it should be okay. I mean, I'm going to be keeping an eye on it throughout the stream, but it didn't look like we were going to get anything bad today. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her.
Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her.
Objection!
For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all. What is that supposed to mean?
The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. A female college student, eh? It means she's female and a college student, sir. We get it!
If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have to give us good reason why.
Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, so
Accidentally? How do you accidentally take a photo? Especially like this. This photo was accidentally taken. Shows the Vic wearing the... The victim is wearing a scarf in that photo, alright. So, about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains?
She was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently.
There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there.
The spirits? Now that you mention it, this photo, this cloudy fog-like thing. Is it a ghost? I don't believe it.
What are we even talking about?
No, Your Honor. No, I don't think it's a ghost. It's drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on.
Drizzling, huh?
That's right. There was a light rain coming down. The whole place is dreary. But not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case,
the point is that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog.
I haven't slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It was really something.
Anyway, the victim, the criminal... Is that part of the witness's testimony as well?
Of course it is. It pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal.
Brutal? Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and the way he says brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian.
Huh. Save your nasty look for the right person.
Huh?
Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself.
Hey! Watch where you spill your coffee! The court record, huh? So, in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh?
That's what the witness said. Well, it looks like she didn't remember about the scarf. But from what you said, it sounded like a pretty violent fight, ma'am.
The area was wet from rain. The bridge was probably wet too. Which would explain why the scarf was all covered in mud, but... there's something about this testimony that's still bothering me.
Talk about a surprise, I had no idea there was a photo.
So what do I do?
You really still believe him? Mr. Crybaby, I mean?
Of course I do!
So the little kitten believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is obvious. If what you believe is the truth, then that means that somewhere hidden in that testimony is a contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. That's your chance.
Accidentally taken.
Okay, it wasn't that.
Fine. What's the problem? Pointing fingers are made for pointing. Okay. The photo was accidentally taken by the witness. This photo was accidentally... Can't remember if I pressed this comment or not. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I did. Victim is wearing a scarf in that photo, alright. So, about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains?
She was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently.
Many unusual types of... I have no idea what I'm doing here. Because none of this makes sense to me. I have tried to think it through and I don't see anything. shove the victim down and turn back. Well, I still have no idea what to do here. I can't think of anything. Must have been when the scar fell off. Stabbed with him. I have no idea. Just give me a moment. Well, I have no idea what to do here, so I guess I'll be right back. Well, I just thought of something after I went out of the room for a bit, so I don't know if this is gonna mean anything, and it's a long shot, but... Okay, it's not that either. Shoot. I have no idea then. All I'm gonna do at this point, I guess, is just try everything. Because I still have no idea. What? So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Hang on a minute, what the f... Fine, I still don't understand. I guess I will once this is explained. So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Yeah, and fog too, just a general soggy atmosphere. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. Are you saying because the car isn't wet? Huh, gosh. But this photo of the vehicle victim's body that was found in the car trunk. Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. I have no idea! I still don't even know where she's going with this. What is it about this photo that... I didn't even read the question, it took it off too fast.
What is it about this photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the conditions that day? I still have no idea where we're even going with this, so I still don't know. Okay, so I know it's here. Was it this evidence?
Objection!
Oh, wasn't that? Now I don't even remember what piece of evidence I did because I had no idea. I don't even know what. This scarf. Okay, it was this.
Objection!
But I still don't get it. Oh, the light drizzle coming. So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down. Well, there's a photo. There's a photo of it. Considering the conditions of something is. Wait a minute.
Take that!
Yeah, okay. I get it. The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there's nothing strange about it. That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions? Okay, now I see what I did wrong. I was focusing too much on the scarf and not the rest of her. So now I understand what she's getting at. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. That's exactly right. The other day, I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous, playful beard was befouled. No one cared! Moving on.
Objection!
I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If your honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard, proud of the legal lead, would be wet but not muddy. Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? The surface of the bridge, huh? Huh, a real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither would a real woman. Of course I can. Hmm? Here's the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge is muddy. Great. Well, yeah, obviously the scarf, I guess.
Take that!
The evidence is the scarf. Oh. It should be obvious. Yeah, it should be, and I'm stupid. And again, I don't know if I'm the stupidest one here. It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud. Ugh! No, I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo. Oh, bite me. Hey, same to you, buddy! Miss Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me.
Objection!
I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at that, what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? Alright. It's not like he's really giving me a choice here. Ha. You're doing pretty well for a little kitten. Mr. Armando! No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that she stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence, it's one of those three. Right? What'd you say just now? I'm not sure I like that. That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it. This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. But we won't let him. We'll expose this evidence as the flimsy scammer really is. Yes! The false evidence in this case is the... false evidence. The false evidence in this case is the... I kind of feel like it's the photo because of one thing. So let's see if I'm right. About the photo that the prosecution claims is taken by a witness. It certainly seems to show a man in a prison uniform and a woman in a coat. However, we can't tell any more than that from the photo.
Objection!
Are you saying the people in the photo may not be the victim and the defendant? Well, that's certainly a possibility. So, perhaps it was another prisoner and policewoman. I admit, people have their quirks. Perhaps they are part of a role-playing group. Well, I suppose that's also possible.
I guess.
You messed up again, kitten.
Mr. Armando!
There should be something else that's even more suspicious. Now think the whole thing over again. From this point on, Miss Faye, I will penalize you for making any unsubstantiated accusations.
Ugh, don't do it, Mia. Don't cry until you get home.
In any case, this court is not enough.
Yeah, I already read this. Well, I kept thinking it may not be the body in the trunk, but that's because it seems too obvious. But maybe that's what they want me to think. If the victim really did try to repel her killer, and if she did fall down on the bridge, then you would expect her coat to be dirty. Therefore, the body that was found in the trunk of the car, it was not the body of Valerie Hawthorne.
Okay,
I guess that's highly possible.
what do you have to say to that, Mr. Edgeworth?
Objection.
Not only a whisper, but he mixed in a sigh, too.
Valerie Hawthorne was more than a simple meter maid. She was a sergeant. There's absolutely no chance that a mistake about her identity could be made. Ugh, I guess he's right.
From this point on, Miss Faye, I'll penalize you, friend.
Ugh, don't do it, Mia.
In any case,
This court... Oh, I thought that meant they were going... Fine! I guess I was... sort of... I guess it's the witness testimony. I kinda thought that's what it was, but we don't even know the witness, so... Fine. It's a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Are we just now getting around to proving that? Ugh. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen?
yeah, that's what the witness told us.
That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all.
That's true. It's not just true, it's the truth. If there was a truly decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that boy Wonder over there would have called them in the first place.
Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all.
You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness in the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time.
Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time.
What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth?
Now, let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. This is it, Mia. The battle begins here. Witness, what is your name and occupation? Gosh dang it. Oh, not this shit again. Oh, man. Did even Edgeworth fall for it? Everyone is so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter.
Oh. When I look at you, how can I put it? You look as scrumptious as a double and a dozen donut holes.
What?
I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a bite.
Moving on! Hey, not so fast! As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edward. You are a true gentleman. Miss Faye, you could learn a lot from this man. Oh. If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me.
Sir?
Yes, my dear?
This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause.
Not at all. It's no trouble at all.
Now then, may we please have your name and occupation?
My name is, Melissa Foster.
Oh, why, my gosh. We gotta be kidding. Fine.
I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department.
You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct?
And you were the one who took this photo. Is that accurate?
Ah! How can you be so mean?
Now see here! What are you doing shoving that in her face like that?
Huh? But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's dangerous.
Next time I'll be forced to penalize you.
Uh-oh. I don't like the turn this is taking. Is she staring at me?
And you would be?
Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey.
I see. So you are...
Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best.
The witness photograph.
I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Then, I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I heard and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police.
By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? I believe the map would be of help here.
I was standing right over here. I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs.
So you took the photo from that location, eh?
I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Oh, what a cute camera, just like its owner.
Melissa Foster took the witness's photo with this small but powerful model.
Alright then, Miss Faye, time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel.
Did you say wildflowers?
Yes, the mountain is famous for its beautiful spring wildflowers.
Okay.
But it's only February.
Okay, so we're getting that out of the way right away.
Well, I couldn't wait for spring to come.
Oh, I know just how you feel. It's just like when I first started growing this glorious beard of mine. I just couldn't wait, so I wore a dyed blonde Santa beard until mine grew in properly. Would you mind if I got back to the facts of the case, Your Honor?
Then
anything strange about the two of them?
I'm a bad girl. I know I am. It looked like they were having a really serious conversation up there. So I decided to watch them, like some kind of peeping Tom.
No, not at all. Everyone is like that. I love watching other people fight too. In fact, I can't get enough of it.
Okay, let's keep your personal hobbies out of this.
Actually, that's why I took this job in the first place.
Too much info, Your Honor.
In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to have kept watching them. Especially just as they were.
Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely.
Do you have any idea what they were fighting about?
No, I have no idea. Why do you ask that?
Oh, I just thought that maybe you overheard what they said. Oh, crap.
I would never eavesdrop. I've got more class than that.
That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Why did you take a photo? Well, the two of them are really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I guess that part of me just kind of took over.
Smells like a lie to me.
Yes, I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on.
So, you wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this.
All I could do was to use my camera. So I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police. And right after that, I called the police.
You called the police?
Yes, because it looked to me like the murderer was going to try to escape.
We were already moving before the call even came in. Thanks to the victim's note, we had already started our operation. That was certainly tough luck for the criminal, eh?
If Terry Falls isn't the criminal, then there must be something strange in that girl's testimony.
Be careful, kitten. That girl has the judge wrapped around her little finger. You're going to have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers.
You're going to have to come up with something really good, Mia. To me, that doesn't prove anything.
Objection!
Witness, when you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that?
Well, you see...
The photo we presented was the only one that was.
But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it!
Oh! My apologies, young lady. But Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit.
He can certainly downplay his situation, can't he?
I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean.
You ran out of film?
This photo was the last one.
What?
Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all of the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself playing among the wildflowers.
The witness herself? Then who took the photos?
Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it.
So you took photos of yourself?
I remember taking some photos of myself once too.
Please, no details.
It seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all.
Wait, just a minute!
Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh? Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet.
Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed.
Yes, Mr. Judge.
Boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk.
Huh. It looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention.
Yeah, it's sickening.
I was using... Did I notice?
The victim... The victim. Why do you think she tried to run away? With her police training, she certainly knew better than to turn her back on a criminal.
This was a large, powerful man with a knife. If it had been a quaggy woman like you, I'm sure she would have acted differently.
Quaggy? Why, you... What does that even mean?
If it had been me, I probably would have jumped into the river.
There's still something wrong with this testimony.
Shielding... A 10-yard?
She couldn't have run. So you're saying Sergeant Hawthorne wasn't able to get away from him?
Well, it's a narrow bridge and it was swaying back and forth. If you ask me, both of them were in danger of falling off. I only wish I could have done something to help her.
That seems to make sense.
I wonder about that. Something seems kind of off.
Huh, does it now? You have a good sixth sense. When you feel that something's off, that's when you need to figure out why.
If Terry Falls is the criminal... She only got about... I feel like... Yeah, okay. Witness, your testimony is a joke.
Huh? What? But I just...
Miss Faye! I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry.
One short testimony and two bad contradictions.
There's no possible excuse! You say there were two contradictions?
It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then...
She would have hit a dead end.
You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have ran even 5! Because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side.
Ah!
Well, what does all this mean?
It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it.
This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court? Just Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth! Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. What do you mean? There's one major mistake in this diagram. What did you say? What are you referring to? It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. Oh, likely story. It's a very old bridge. You couldn't find any official blueprints of it. So you're saying... I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident. That's ridiculous! You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court. He's probably right, but I want to make sure. Yeah, he's right, unfortunately. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. Ha! That guy is good. Huh? What do you mean? Planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. But that diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy. What? That coward! Well, Miss Faye, seems you once again made a reckless accusation.
I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself.
No! It wasn't your fault at all! Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw. Indeed. Alright, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony?
But it's so hard to go on.
You were all on your side, Miss Foster. There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
Witnessing such violence must have been difficult.
Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up.
If he accepts his testimony as it is, we're finished. Don't say that! Oh well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. Oh yeah, oh, ecstatic. And welcome back, Soup. They make a really great mocha latte. This trial isn't over yet. One thing I'll grant Armando, at least he's not dumb enough to fall for her. Huh, that's what I like to hear. Alright, Miss Faye, your cross-examination, if you please. The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack. Running from the crime. Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge?
Actually,
maybe she did fall. Of course she didn't fall down on the bridge. He's kind of handsome too. True. If she had fallen down, this photo wouldn't make any sense. If that was the case, her coat would have been all muddy. Yeah, we already went over this.
Objection!
If you don't mind, I was asking the witness. No need to be so rude. Well, young lady?
Of course she didn't fall down. The man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she could.
Huh. or one step too slow. And then, what did the defendant do after that?
Karen.
You personally witnessed that?
Yes.
Did anything strange happen when he did that?
Well, I don't know if you'd call it strange or not, but that's when the victim's scarf fell off.
You mean this scarf? Her words match what we found at the scene. I don't see any problem.
You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself?
Yes.
Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be difficult.
Yes, but let's remember they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on a bridge like that?
Objection!
Well, the fact of the matter is that he did. That kind of talk is just silly.
Wow, why did he get so emotional all of a sudden?
Miss Faye, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us.
Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it?
Yes, but that mountain is famous among hikers. A surprising number of people go up there.
But it's February, right? And it was raining that day, correct?
There is also a small temple and a channeling dojo there. You know those monks. They just love cold, isolated places.
I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she witnessed with her own eyes.
Yeah, can we believe that? And you're absolutely certain that it was my client who was carrying the body?
Well, he was wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face...
So you're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face?
Well, they were far away, and it was raining as well. I thought I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw.
Excellent! You're remarkably honest, young woman.
Something about this testimony is bothering me. But what?
Hey, kitten. Have you ever put salt in your coffee? Yuck.
No, why would I?
Why not?
Huh?
It may actually go better with coffee than sugar, right? Listen, my point is, if you're not sure, you might as well add a ton of salt to it. It might bring out the rust in something, like a piece of evidence.
He's right, Mia. Go present something. You've got nothing to lose.
By the way, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. The two don't go well after all.
Thanks for sharing. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms, and he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way hidden. He couldn't just see the body on top of the bridge. Okay, so that part of the bridge was completely intact at the time, so that's not an issue. Suppose that's
do have one problem with why he couldn't do it, but I'm not sure if I have any evidence that would really point that out. After he stepped in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Because he's already carrying something in his arms. You can tell that even from this angle. Okay, it's not on that statement. If this is even the right evidence. Although I still have issues with the idea that he even could have stabbed her in the back this way. But, okay, nope, that wasn't it either. So, that wasn't a piece of evidence, I guess. I suppose that's the only way you can make sure the body stayed hidden. The only way the body... You couldn't just see the body on top of the bridge. I suppose that's the only way he could have made sure the body stayed hidden. Body stayed hidden. Okay, nope, it's not that either. Or at least not on that statement. How many whisks was that? 3, but it was 2 cases of me trying, but two of them was me trying the same piece of evidence on 2 different things. 2 different statements. Which is what I'm about to do again now. Okay. Okay, let me think for a bit. I'm supposed to talk about what I saw. I'm sorry, I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. I wish it would specify who took this, cause I thought it was a police, it might have been taken by the police, but now I'm not so sure. supposed to talk about what I saw. She claims this was the last photo. She claims this was the only photo she was able to take of the crime scene because of the film. I'm supposed to talk about what I saw. You couldn't just see the body on top of the bridge. I suppose that's the only way. You couldn't just see the body on top. Well, I'm gonna try this. Okay, nope, that wasn't it. Okay. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Yeah, but try to make it as subtle as possible. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms and carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just see the body on top of the bridge. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna... Edgeworth himself already told you how one of those is unlikely. I don't even remember what he said. I can't keep track of everything he says. And I have no way to check. There's no log in this game. So I just still don't know. Edgeworth himself already told you one of those is unlikely. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. Then he carried her over to the car. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Edgeworth himself already told you how one of those is unlikely. Like, I remember him saying something was unlikely, but I can't remember what it was exactly. Well, without telling you the item, the statement is the third one. Okay. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. Well... yeah, not necessarily. Okay. A killer, not one whose victim to be found. I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Well, what is it? Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. For those who aren't aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Well, okay, I didn't know you meant that far back. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. Oh, yeah. I guess I'd forgotten you said that part. Oh.
In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur at that same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water.
Order! 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 I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye, but I must admit it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river.
Oh.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth? How sad. Perhaps Miss Faye would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature.
Mia, don't give away the Mafia's secrets! What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw.
Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all.
But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous.
Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Please, witness, go on with your testimony.
I'll try.
All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again.
Who is he talking about?
All right. I'll do my best.
Fine.
After he stabbed her in the back,
Then he cared.
the killer broke into the trunk.
What did the man do then?
Well, naturally, he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police.
And so that's when you called the police? You're sure that you saw that with your own eyes?
Yes, I'm 100% certain.
Killer broke into the trunk. Yeah, I have a problem with that. Well, fudge, it wasn't that. Darn it. I thought maybe he wouldn't have been able to close the trunk. Then since he broke it, since it was broken. Killer broke in the trunk of the salon. Killer broke in the trunk. The killer broke in the trunk of a stolen car. Let me read the response again.
Does any of your evidence contradict that? Down. Death was off between. Confidence. Oh, I think, by the way, just a little, fun coincidence. This trial is taking place on my birthday. Just something I found kind of fun. Yeah, February 16th, and that's when my birthday is. I'll be right back, okay? And I'll try to think of something while I'm gone, or I'll look over this again when I get back. So just give me a moment. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Just as I was about to start talking, I dropped the controller and the headphone fell out. Came unplugged. Anyway, yeah, I'm back now, and yeah, it is a weird, Crazy coincidence, huh? Anyway, let's see. Let me read this statement again. When I press it. What did the man do then? Ah yes, this case, only Mia could have her first trial be more brutal than her second. Yeah, this is really giving me this really has been giving me a hard time. And welcome to the stream, Achi. How you doing tonight? I think about what I was doing this past February 16th. That's funny. Oh, really? What's that? Yeah, in case you're wondering, and Ashi, since you just came in case you're wondering why we're bringing up February 16th, that's the date this trial is taking place, and it just happens to be my birthday. Poke number 2 is tomorrow. Or Poke number 2. Whatever that is. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police. And that's when you call the police. I saw... Carl broke into the trunk of some car and hit the body in there. Wait a minute. She couldn't have seen it. She couldn't have seen him take the body in the car. Oh, he means he's finally getting his vaccine shot. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to hear. Hope it goes pretty smoothly. Like, hopefully you don't feel any side effects. I don't remember if you told me you did from the first one or not. Killer broke into the body there. She could not have seen it. Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time.
Done what?
Made a crucial mistake. A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes?
Yes? And?
It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car. This outcropping of rock is directly in the way. That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car. I admit the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car. That's not what she testified earlier.
That's right. It's not high at all.
Again, that's not what she said earlier. And I think the photo even kind of contradicts that.
I was able to see his car just fine.
I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff. It's funny that Mia needed a tutorial for her second case, but not her first. Yeah, that is pretty funny. Oh. Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff, but you still claim to have been able to see the killer's car.
No!
Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of all this ballyhoo? Ballyhoo. Whatever that word means. Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. Yeah, and? Your point? After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She might just have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. But she didn't. But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh.
Mr. Judge?
Whoa, what is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong.
Hold it!
Hey, wait a minute! You can't just say that!
Objection!
Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Look at Edgeworth being Stretch Armstrong here! Yes indeed, quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine. No, sorry, I'm doing Edgeworth's voice there. To err is human, to forgive divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here. How did this dude stay a judge? Because he is the same judge that was doing the case for what's his name, the thief. You know who I'm talking about. To sentence to jail ideal, agreed. Look at me, yeah. Yeah, he was doing the other trial that was determining that he was the thief. He was the true identity of the thief. Wasn't he? So how did he stay a judge after this level of incompetence? With his playoff winning beard. Okay, fine. I guess so. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here. What? That's not fair! Huh. Save the tears for later, kitten. Mr. Armando! Don't look back until the trial is over. Now it's time to go forward. But that wasn't fair! Okay, kitten, you need to relax. Then you need to remember. The other kitten's testimony.
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there.
So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk? Aha! Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you do that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. Well, witness?
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk. Because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it.
Will he go Ultra Instinct and show a new level of condescending? Stay tuned. I guess we'll find out. What? Let me see that photo. It's true. They certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. I thought they were cracks, not scratch marks, but okay. Sorry, had to do it. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Oh, fudge sickles. Just a sec. Yep. I'm starting to think they can eat a bit. Yeah, I'm starting to think I need to make another moderator to deal with this. Sit on attack. Anyway, it's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied?
The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. What she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? Well, I'm gonna save here, just in case.
Yeah, I hate that even after I banned the bot, the text doesn't disappear from the chat in the stream. You know, in the stream video. So, yeah, that gets a bit... So that's a little annoying. Okay, anyway. It doesn't work.
Excuse me. Melissa Foster. It looks like you finally betrayed yourself.
What? What?
Let me try to flood the feed to bury it. Sounds good.
You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers.
I like tacos and burritos. Those are good.
You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches.
The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches?
Finally. I finally got her.
Huh. I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. Make sure to drink 64 ounces of water a day. Is that what's recommended? I know you're just what you're doing, but still, I'm... Or coffee if you're Armando. Well, I guess you could still argue he is getting some water that way, even if it's water mixed with coffee beans. Or coffee grinds. They say 8 glasses. A glass is defined as 8 ounces. Ah, okay. Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... She is the owner of the car. Go hard? The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... Not sure how I would prove this if this was the case.
she put the corpse in herself. She's a... Oh, let's... Yeah, let's start with this. Because the stolen car actually belonged to her. That is why she knew about the scratches. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? Frankly, Your Honor, after hearing a pathetic response like that, I have to question whether or not such a pathetic lawyer should even exist. So, my initial assumption was right, I guess. Did you hear that, Miss Fay? I believe Mr. Edgeworth just called you a knucklehead. So, brother. Yeesh, isn't that overdoing things a little bit? Come on, Mia. One more time. You can do it. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. She happening passing by. Yeah, sure. No, I don't think so. If it is the first answer, I'm gonna be mad, because that sounds stupid. Remember, this was pre-softening after dealing with his mentor. Oh, that's true. Oh yeah, I'm well aware of that. That's why I'm still angry at him, because I know this isn't the Miles Edgeworth that has gone through all his character development. That hasn't gone through his story arc yet. There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches. Yes, what is it? Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. Well, I suggest it was her first trial she was in over her head, and it traumatized her, so she needed Grossberg to steady her. Yeah, that makes sense. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was... Melissa Foster! It was you that did it, wasn't it? And Edgeworth's reaction states that I'm probably right.
That's ridiculous! I could never! There's the man in the prison garb! He's the one that...
I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in that trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. I think it's because she did no real prep work and just jumped on the case as soon as she saw the court record. Could be.
But he stole the car!
He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Which means that the key would have still been in the ignition.
Oh, I see.
Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. I still say they look more like cracks and scratches, but, same difference, I guess. You may remember a certain witness was listed even before they were relevant to the trial. Oh, really? That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk!
No!
Phoenix's trial, I mean. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. Preposterous to suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time, she was taking photographs. Is this going back to my the thing that was initially bothering me about this photo? And we already know that at the time, she was taking photographs. Yeah, I think I understand what happened now. Now it's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing! Finish her! Sorry. I'm not even that big a Mortal Kombat fan, but I had to do it. Anyway, on the contrary,
I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself. Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod.
The tripod's built in? Okay.
Why, it's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture!
What are you trying to say then, Miss Fay? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed?
Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field.
Would the defense please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? And answering that question will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity. Well then, please answer this question. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred?
True, but she had been outside of the courtroom for a year, which for an inexperienced attorney is a long time. Fair enough. Okay, let's see if I'm right about this. Naturally, the witness is right here.
But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Hell, I've never tried a real case. I don't even actively practice. Ah, okay. Horror! 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 Miss Fay! What on earth?
Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it would only have been before the defendant met the victim.
How asinine. Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls.
Objection! You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne!
What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo?
It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness.
What?
It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne.
But the defendants knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
Objection! But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in the federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore.
You are just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof?
I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like. At the time of the incident... Oh, right! Because he asked for the scarf. Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification,
Namely, this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? What'd she do, just faint? Where's Miss Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Huh. Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor. Understood. Very well, this court is in recess. Okay. I'm gonna assume this is probably a good place to go ahead and end the stream for tonight. Would I be correct in that? And we continue this tomorrow? Or whenever I'm able to stream again? Alright, so that's what we'll do. We will end the stream here for tonight. And as I said, hopefully I'll be able to stream tomorrow, but if not, we'll just have to see when I can again. It won't be till Monday at the earliest, if not tomorrow. So, thanks to everyone who tuned in tonight. I hope you all enjoyed tonight's... all enjoyed tonight's live stream. This is the final episode of the game, right? It would take more than an hour to get through this. Yeah, that's what I figured. This is the final case of the game, right? Or is there still another one? Oh, it's not? Okay. Well, good to know, because I thought it didn't make sense to end it on a flashback case. So, yeah, that makes more sense. But yeah, like I said, that's good to know, because it seemed weird that we would be ending the game on a flashback. The last case is huge. Huge as in it's a long one, or huge as in it's a... Oh, it has a large cast. Oh, okay. Well, that ought to be fun then. Anyway, like I said, this is where we'll end the stream for tonight, so thanks for tuning in, everyone. I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. Hopefully I will be back tomorrow night to play the second half. If not, I will hopefully be back on Monday. We'll just have to see how the weather goes. So, anyway, as always, you can follow my YouTube channel to see my past live streams and follow my Twitter to be notified when I go live. And if you'll stick around, we will be dropping a host. Let's see, who will I host tonight? Let's see.
I guess for tonight we'll host Mr. Shion Petra 92, who's playing Nexomon Extinction. Never even heard of that game. So hope you'll stick around for that, and again, hopefully I will see you tomorrow. So thanks again for tuning in, and have a great night. Take care, everyone. Bye.